Good evening, friends. Today I am going to discuss some of the important points which was given by Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Paul Lawrence Dunbar, just like yesterday I uploaded one video about a patch of land that's also relate to the nature. These poems also relate to the nature. It is that this is that thing of the American way of thinking, American, black American, Afro American, written this poem and also prescribed to us a sparrow. You know very well, sparrow, the small little bird, which is used to live in that southern huts, and also this that small bird used to keep in our house. That give great pleasure. One of these small birds, entire two birds, mother and father, had come and into this room and also built the nest. First time successfully they went out. The second time, at the time of before went out, three young one fell down and died because they used that same nest. Only after repair regarding this, we have to give chances to develop the nature. That is more important. The poem, the sparrow, and which was written by the Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Before going to discuss about this small poem, now I am going to deal about the biography of the author. That is also important. That gives some inspiration and motivations to read his personal experience. If we come across, we have some patience to read his poem to understand about that. Okay, Paul Lawrence Dunbar was an American poet, novelist, and short story writers of the late 19th and 20th centuries. He born in that Dayton. It is also one of the famous place in America in 27th June and 1872. But Bharati born in the year 1888. Yes, 1888. But this person is born in that year of 10 years before. He is 10 years senior than Mahagavi Bharati. Mahagavi Bharati, the poem which was prescribed to us, a patch of land. But Dayton, Joshua and Matilda Dunbar, and who were both slaves, and until that midst of 1860s, until the 1860, Abraham Lincoln passed that bill, emancipation of this abolition of slavery in America. But no person is come forward in India abolish the caste system. How that Indian development is spoiled by that caste system, the same manner American development were spoiled by that color system and color racial discrimination. Here is the caste discrimination. இன்னைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பெருமையாக பேசிக்கிறான். But caste census and taken with courageously, that is foolishly taken for that. Caste is unnecessary things for this, and we can take that census of that good people and bad people is also okay, and also rich people, poor people is that okay. Real poor people, that is more important to give outside. Okay, we will see regarding in that place. In that till mid 1860, and his parents were slaves in America, and he was that only African American in his high school graduating classes who still in his school. He was the only one person studied in his area in Dayton, in his school. He published poetry in the Dayton Herald, like that Deccan Herald. In that time, Dayton Herald brought that news immediately, quickly, with the great things for this. Worked as an editor, poetry in that Dayton Herald. Worked as an editor of this Dayton Tatler. Tatler is also name of the newspaper which was circulated the informations to that people. Too poor to attend the college, and he completed his high school higher secondary examination. Too poor to go to college. He took a job, an elevator in that elevator room, lift room. One man is sit down inside while sitting in the chair and putting the button. As per this seniority, people enter. First, and as per that, cocks the button. Regarding to this operator, which gave him time to write. In Mumbai, all the buildings in the Churchgate and Nariman Point, many important places, and world corporates and operate without elevator, they did not construct the building. In all buildings there is a elevator, but in Tamil Nadu and many more places only rarely we can get, and we go in that lift or anywhere. Suppose they installed the lift or established that lift system, that rarely used to only by the elite people, not that all the people in that place. Even Periyar University and VC used to for that, officer used for. I also used to go up regarding for this lift operator. The Alice Paul Lawrence Dunbar worked as a lift operator, and operators which gave him time to write. He gave him time to write. He produced number of stories and poems during his period. During working as an elevator operator, he always produced that number of stories, number of poems, some of them written in black dialect styles, the black American style, and his own style he had written, and that first draw national attention in United States of America, national attentions regarding with this first dialect. And his work, what are the work he published of his collection of poems, Oak and Ivy, in the year of 1893 he published that changed his life, the course of life, Dunbar's life, and he published a second volume of verse and majors and minors in the year of 1895. He published major and minor people. One person is crossed above 18, he considered as a major. One person is living below at the age, minor. One person is reached above and 40, they considered a 30 is a old man. Even 30 years also old man. But even 60 years also, and living like a young man. But 18 years old people living as a old man. 30 years, what conditions because of the style regarding for this. One standard English and other dialect, the poems, the book lyrics of lovely life. He has written the poem about lyrics of that lovely life. Lyrics na the musical song. We can sing a song as a song with a musical instrument. Lyrics, even that poetry, cinema songs, otherwise known as that lyrics, and a lovely life, about that lovely life in the year of 1896, and was resounding success after marriage. And Alice Ruth Moore, his wife name is Alice Ruth Moore, his name is that Paul Lawrence Dunbar. He married the Alice Ruth and Thomas Moore, and belongs to that and family for this. Thomas Moore, Alice Ruth. Ruth is one of the characters which comes in the Bible. Where the Alice also, the Moore is that literature utopia who has written, and the family she belongs to, his wife belongs to Thomas Moore, the person who was executed to stand against the king, second marriage, and also act of supremacy and many more things. The writer and teachers and both moved to Washington DC. Who is that Washington? Like Mahatma Gandhi. Who is that Mahatma Gandhi? Who is he got independence to India? and a leadership in that Truth and Non-Violence, Mahatma Gandhi. In the similar manner, who got independence before 100 years of our independence to America from the British government is Washington DC. And to honor his name, some of the place called as Washington DC, where he published that folk form of Dixie in the year of 1898. A collection of short stories and short stories. The first novel, that uncalled novel, that uncalled in the year of 1988, was that not success. The first novel is not uncalled, is not successful, and published that lyrics of that hearth side, while sitting is that power side and flame side during the winter season. We used to sing that song like that to redeem his literary reputation, regained its power, which was lost by publication of that uncalled novel that was replayed and retained by the lyrical poems on that hearth side, redeemed his literary reputation, get into that power. In that strength of Gideon, and other stories in the year of 1900, his novel and the love of laundries and fanatics, and focused on that white character and minor characters. White people was superior, black peoples are inferior. How that the people comes from India, in India, the feet of the Brahma is a low caste. The head of the people, யாரும் பிரம்மாவுடைய தாளில் இருந்தோ கையில் இருந்தோ எல்லாம் வரல, எல்லாரும் அம்மாவுடைய ஊம்லேருந்து தான் வராங்க. இது எவன் சொன்னதுன்னே தெரியல. அதை பிடிச்சி வச்சுக்கிட்டு தலையிலேருந்து வந்தோம். அப்போ கை காலை எல்லாத்தையும் வெட்டி போட்டுருங்கடா. சரி, அதை ஏதாவது பேசக்கூடாது. What characters and minor black characters as at the same manner in America, one black means he is a criminal. He is that waste fellow and useless person. America become that developed country because that ardent service of the hard work of that black people only. Black people, even in that Olympic, who secured a lot of medals. Only black people, and writing any books and doing anything. Who is Michael Jackson, and also the many more people, pop singer. எல்லாமே these black peoples, they used to, and also they realized that we should not judge the people by the color, we must judge the people by the character. In the same manner in India, when will, and which is that ardent person just like Abraham Lincoln, and passed the bill to eradicate that caste. இன்னைக்கு காஸ்ட் சென்சஸ் எடுக்கணும். காஸ்ட் சென்சஸ் ஏன்டா எடுக்குறீங்க? தெண்டாமை இஸ் ஒரு என்னது குற்றம், அது ஒரு பாவச்செயல், அது ஒரு மனிதத்தன்மை இல்லாத செயல்னு புக்கில் போட்டிருக்கீங்க. அப்புறம் அதை கணக்கு எடுத்தா அண்ட் அது புக்கில் இதுக்கு போடணும், இதுக்கு போடணும். The untouchability is a sick and sin and also the crime. Why you are taking that criminal, the blind criminal? சரி, அதை பற்றி வேண்டாம். Which minor black characters and the caricatures, and he has written. His last novel is Sports God. Even people used to say Tendulkar is a god of cricket. ஏன்னா இவர் தான் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணி வச்ச மாதிரி. கிரிக்கெட் வாஸ் ஆல்ரெடி introduced during that 16th and 14th centuries to play for that kings, but he played, scored many and hundreds and 200s, as well as received many cars that signing that instant condition. To keep the car, he constructed the huge building in Maharashtra for 125 crore, 200 rupees worthful car parkings to keep his price car and regarding in that place. Sports of God. His novel Sports of that God in the year of 1902 was the strident protest novel. He returned to Dayton after his wife Alice left him in 1902. When he was in that Washington DC, his wife left him. A wife had gone to some other man to live life. In that time, he alone returned to his hometown, Dayton. After his wife Alice left him in the 1902, his lungs were destroyed. His lungs were destroyed by the tuberculosis because lungs will be destroyed because of smoking. Continuous the smoking cigar and will destroy the lungs. And he died in the death on the February 9th, 1906. 1906. But our Bharati died in that 1921. 1921 10 years difference like he born and brought up. Now I am going to speak about that the real text of this which was written by the Paul Lawrence Dunbar. He's African Americans regarding with this about that. And it is also two segment 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 octaves, two active lines, 16 lines. 14 line sonnet and two octaves and has written about that. இங்கிறத பார்க்கலாம் active. A little bird with plumage brown color little bird beside my windows fluttering down. One bird came down and used to fluttering and beside my windows, backside of that window, flutter and down like this. Here it is that window, in that place window and fluttering. And while he was come and working in that spot, in backside of that window, the small birds, the moment chirp its little strain. Chirp means CHARPS, chirps and make that the sound and some communication. Try to speak with that author with that window pan and chirp again and hopes along to call my notice. It's a song. The again and again that bird and used to sing. In way any bird is enter into my room, in this room, the first they will come and test and study about our attitude, our character. That is more important. Yeah, more important. First they used to study regarding with that. அப்புறமேலுக்கு they when we are a good person, they perceived, they will boldly come and build a nest or make their young ones. They will not go anything in that place. And to call my notice, to my attention, to its song. But I work on. I did not listen that song. I listened that is I used to keep on working, nor heed its leg. Heed na listening. Without listening that song of the small bird, I keep on working in my till in that neglect, and it is flies away. But first time the bird used to come and sit beside that window pan and in that sills, in that platform which is in this place. Look at it here. This is called sill. The bird come and he was working in that spot and also they used to sing a song. And the other did not notice it. And keep on working. That is why the birds fly away from that place from this. Once again, the little bird with the bulbous brown beside my windows, beside not backside of that window, not the front side of that window, flutters down. That come and sit down in this place and flutters down. The moment chirp its little strain, and 10 taps upon my window. 10 taps like that. And with this big, use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 taps. He used to say 10 taps it's and make my window pan and chirp it's again. Like that, chirp it's again. Hope along. To call my notice, to call my attention. But he did not notice that bird, but he heard the chirping of the birds and taps of the bird on that window fan. But he did not see and enjoy that nature. In that place. But I work on, but keep on working. Nor heed its lay, but he did not listen. He did not give importance to listen that the small bird sang, the sparrow song, and I keep on working in that spot from there till in neglected. So I did not invite him, welcome him. Suppose the poet gives some crumbs of and any food or that crimes or that fruits, anything means he believed he is a good person, but he did not give anything. That is the reason it is represent that neglected. The bird is neglected. It is flies away. அங்கிருந்து போயிடுச்சு, பறந்து it flies away. Yeah, in the so birds of the peace, the hope and love, the birds of peace, the birds of the peace and hope and love, the come fluttering earthwards. That all the birds are coming down from the heavens to give that happiness to all the people. If you look at that birds, we will get the come flutter earthward. From that above, from the heaven, birds are that coming down, fluttering earthward from the above, and to settle on that life, life windows, settle life on window sills, and ease our load of earthly and hills. When we look at that bird, when we look at that, hear that song of the cuckoo or song of the skylark and the song of the linnet, they are musical birds. Or even that the sound of the crow or that parrot and the sparrow, all things will reduce our and the burden of this earthly ills. Whatever the burden, whatever the stress, and also the depression we have in our mind, that will be decreased after hearing that. But we in that traffic rush and dim, but we are in the busy world. We are moving here and there with that traffic rush and dim, to deep engaged to let them in, to deep engaged, but we are not giving importance to enjoy that and sayings that give life to the birds. We are not giving importance to that development of animals or that establishment of the garden, vegetable garden. We don't like to keep that real forest. We are wants to keep that artificial, destroying the forest, everything. Yes, with that determined heart and sense of plowed on, determined heart, we don't have the heart to save. Why that nature God has given the trees, and why God has given that mountains, why God has given the river, why God has given that good soil, why God has given the sand and many more things, because to save our life and to life of this all living things in this world. But human beings, without understanding the value of that fertile ground, they are in the name of taking lignite or extraction of the hydrocarbon and many more things, they are destroying that. One day will come, that time you will not get fertile land to cultivate. That time what will you do for the food? Will you going to eat? You will die, I will die, and all the people will die. What about that future generations must suffer lot, like Nigerian people, laugh like Libyan people, life like Somalian people and South African people, how they lead that very rustic and poor life in this world. That is with determined heart, the sense flowed on, nor know our loss till they are gone. We don't know their loss, but even for to make the road, to drive the cars without shaking, to put that the golden roads and many more things. We are breaking the mountain, huge mountains. One day all the mountain was broken, but the climate and we cannot get that monsoon season. The season will be changed. After that we will not get sufficient rain regarding with this. Or artificially we can make any mountain, artificially we can make any fertile land, artificially we can make any roots of that and river and how can we make that without rain grow the forest? Without growing the forest and planting the trees, how can get that food? How can get that and shelter? How can get that pure oxygen? Well, but the government must give more importance to and save the nature is more important. We should not destroy the mountains. We should not spoil that fertile land. We have to find out that, get that alternatives to save that good things. That is the belongings of the future generation. The things which we lay on our head and possess, this is not that our property, that is the property of the future generations. It was safely preserved, given by our grandfathers regarding for this. So we must give more importance for that natural phenomenon's development is important rather than that artificial. After, without mountains, without a river, without a forest, without a fertile land, and without rivers, without pond and lake, everything's a real estate people and have converted into that concrete forest. Even natural forest is destroyed, concrete forest and will be increased everywhere regarding for this. Even that in of the countries, Arabian countries, they are not giving importance to grow the trees, only giving importance for eating biryani, mutton biryani, camel biryani, and buffalo biryani, beef biryani, eatings, but they are not giving importance for planting the trees. And in and around our possible, they are using that water to take bath, water to use that daily store activities. You have to use that same water to grow the trees. That is more important to get the natural and breeze, and also natural happiness to get that breathe the fresh air instead of that living inside that AC machine or so many things. So he has written very good nice things for this. The little birds with plumage brown beside my windows fluttered down and flutter down. They for the table tuck and immediately flutters down. A moment it chirps, it is a little strain. 10 taps upon my windows pan, 10 taps, and a chirp against and hope along to call my notice to its song. But I work on, nor heed its lay, till in that neglect it flies away. So birds of the peace and a hope and love, birds of peace, that is birds for that peace. Peace, when the white dove is released by the people to express their the peace of the world. That is the Holy Spirit is comes down as in that dove form, the bird's form, and that body of that Jesus Christ from the heaven. After that baptism which was given by John the Baptist, yes, the birds of peace and hope and love, hope and love come flutter earthward from the above. They are coming from that earthward, from that coming from that heaven, the sky to that earth, sky to that earth, and from that above to settle on that life window sills, with the window side, window sills, the place for that one to let the birds to come and sleep. Live in that construct that nest or many things. If we grow that natural plantation on the window shade, they will come and dwell on it. And also we will get that great pleasure after hearing the sounds of the regarding forth. And yes, in our low to earthly life, if you look at that nature, if we give more importance to save the natures, our earthly burdens will be reduced. We will not get any problem in our life. That is more important to my dear friends. But we in that traffic rush and trim, but we are busy scheduled with that earning money and getting gold, getting silver, and getting a bike and car life, car. And while gigantically is going on the back of the horse, will increase that life of your lungs. While simply sitting and driving bike, that is cycling is that good for our physical and many more things regarding for this. To deep engaged to that let them in. We don't have that times to and take care of this nature and birds life or anything so over there. Full of physics, no times like this. With the deadened heart and sense blood on deadened heart, because no one has the pure heart to help others and the loving heart regarding with this. And now known our loss till they are gone. We know not that loss of that nature till they are gone. All the nature here, not only this sparrow, and after you removed that, sold the mountains, you will know that its value. You removed that forest, removed the river, removed the sand, removed that all natural phenomena which is exist, fertile land, everything is vandalized, means after you will not live, because you cannot live, I cannot live, the future generation will suffer a lot. So give importance to and sustain that natural the phenomena in this world. Don't touch the mountains, don't touch the river, don't use too many things. Go for that alternative things for this. That is also the, and the some of the instrument is also generated, make that current for each and every, and people to tap the waters and produce electricity for the house. With that mechanical system, mechanical leverage principles, some of the engineers are making, and the current to its house continuously, regarding to YouTube. So many things we have seen. So very good, nice friend. I hope I used to put that videos for more than 30 minutes, 20 minutes, but people is not seeing at least 1 minute. And I suggest you to at least see that 5 minutes, that is useful to you as well as to me. Thank you friends for watching my video. I hope definitely you will share and subscribe and give the comments regarding our work. Thank you so much friend. Thank you. Bye.